My single story has to do with my trip to Egypt in December of 2010. The danger of my single story comes from the fact that I didn't really know anything about the Egyptian culture or the Muslim religion or the fact that there's many Christians actually in Egypt. A lot of these pictures show good times and looking at the pyramids, view from the Nile, but I got much more out of this trip. I got another story, a story I didn't know about Egypt. I was fortunate to spend 15 days in Egypt, and many of those days were spent with a friend who actually lived there. She exposed us to many of the cultures, many of the marketplaces, and a lot of good times, including the three of us here at the pyramid. We had a lot of the typical tourist attractions, riding the camels at the pyramids and such, but we are also able to meet new friends, like these two guys, American Egyptians. We had a good time meeting them. And then our friends from Australia, trying all kinds of different food that we've never tried before. We drank a lot of coffee, we hung out in the Egyptian marketplaces, and we met a lot of interesting people. As stated in the video that we watched, single stories create stereotypes. And the problem with stereotypes is not that they're untrue, but they're incomplete. I've never been to Egypt before this trip. I had stereotypes of what Egyptians looked like and how Egyptians acted, and I found out that I had another story, a new story based on my travels and based on my experiences with my friends in Egypt. And this story created a more complete story in my world.